In this video, we're going to be putting our design skills to the test. I'm going to be choosing 3 random brands from my followers. And if you're following me on Instagram, you might even see your brand. So we're going to have 5 minutes to redesign the first one, 30 minutes to redesign the second one, and unlimited time to design the last one. So I'm going to choose a random brand from followers. It shouldn't be too hard to find one of you guys with a brand. And what we're going to do is pick a piece and we're going to recreate the design. All right, so we have official Crown store. All right, so we'll start with this one. Let's go ahead and open up their website, pick a product, and we're going to redesign it. And we only have 5 minutes to redesign a piece for this brand. Okay, so not too many designs to choose from. We're gonna pretty much just start from scratch. So let's go ahead and turn our timer on. And all of a sudden I'm nervous. I have no idea what we're going to do here. All right, so cash rules the world around us. I'm on Kittle. We're going to be using a mix of Kittle, Photoshop, Illustrator, whatever we can use quickly, right? So let's go ahead and open up this one right here. 5 minutes is a little crazy now that I think about it. We're already 4 minutes and 30 minutes in. I don't even think I have time to talk. So I wanted to make it a little bit more upscale instead. What is it? Cash rules the world around us. Cash rules our world now. Cash rules our world now. Rules our world now. Not too huge of a fan. Let's go to ChatGPT. So I'm on ChatGPT because I'm trying to come up with a quote to use for the actual t-shirt itself. I'm not too huge on coming up with my own scripts and whatnot. However, it can be in Foundation. You can word it and change it around, but obviously we don't have time for that. So I'm trying to fit in that last word now. I don't even know where to put it. And then now I'm trying to look for some more elements because this just seems too much of a template, right? And I started with Kittle just because they have templates and I knew I had 5 minutes and I need to find a way to create things fast. And this already has assets for me. I brought in this crown, couldn't really figure out how to use it. I deleted it. I just went ahead and put the $ in the front and I left the flames there. So this is gonna need to be like a BTG print. I don't know what else to do. All right, so our time is up. Obviously, 5 minutes is a ridiculous feat. So when it comes to the front, the last event that I was at, it's probably even in my last video, you'll see there's a hoodie with a social security card on it. I don't know if it's just a trend lately, you know, the birth certificate on the front of a tee, you got the social security number. I've seen people with the driver's license, so that's where I was going with the dollar right here. Right here, I was trying to incorporate the word crown. Couldn't even get it done, although that's the main name for the actual brand, although it says cash rules our world. Now, let me know what you guys think. Here's some original designs that Crown you may be watching or you know this brand actually has, and then this is what we created. Obviously we didn't create too much. We started off with a template from Kittle because with 5 minutes I knew we weren't going to have all the time in the world. All right, so let's go ahead and go to number 2. 30 minutes. Let me go ahead and find a brand. Alright, so I'm just scrolling through followers. This brand right here popped up that was following me, But God Co. Alright, so I do like this initial icon that you already have. I think I do have a great idea that you can take this real luxury. I saw this at that last event, and if I pull up the 30-minute timer, maybe I can pull it up because it's a simple design to kind of create. Man, we should have included product research outside of our time limit, but let's go ahead and give it a shot. Alright, so 30-minute timer is on. Forgot what I was looking for already. Cropped hoodie. I'm gonna go with the word sparkle. I think it was more so something like this right here. So this was real popular at the last event that I was at. They're selling this for like $100, $200 each. So it's a cropped hoodie, has sun-dried fade, and it has these like little rhinestones throughout. Oh, rhinestones is the word. All right, so rhinestone hoodie. All right, cool. Something like that, right? But we need it to be cropped. So let's start with the mock-up, really. All right, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit. Maybe I can find a rhinestone cropped hoodie mock-up. This is someone's design already. I have to cheat because we can purchase a mock-up and all that, but it's gonna take up time. Right now, we're just gonna need to go about it this way. We're gonna copy it and we're gonna bring it on over to Photoshop. And then let's see if we can remove the background. Almost perfect. And then this is gonna be a poor quality mock-up for the time being, but we'll get an idea of what we want eventually. And then let's see if we can just get rid of this design. So what we're going to do is select it just like this. I'm gonna right click and do content aware fill, and let's see what happens. That'll kind of get the job done for now. Let's try to remove that part again. Let's merge these two. Right click, content aware fill. Okay, so that will kind of do. And then let me copy this. Cool. We have that saved. Now let's head back on over to Kittle. Oh man, we gotta start all over, huh? So let's do that. Leave this. Let's type in prayer. Let's also open up another one over here on Kittle. I'm gonna type in God. Let's see what comes up. I do like that initial, monogram that you have for the logo as well though. So it did kind of look like this type of text right here. I do actually kind of like that template. Let's open that one up. That one seems kind of decent for the design that we have as well. Let's go ahead and open that one up. Interesting. All right, let's go with what we got. Right now, the mock-up kind of makes up for it. Sometimes it's not about the design. When it comes to apparel, it's kind of what you print it on as well. So sometimes simple works. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on this button right here and create a new artboard. And then I'm going to upload my mock-up here. All right, so doing all of that, now we're down to 25 minutes. So basically, from the first time we created a design, we would have already had to be done. All right, so now we have something like that. So now we have an idea of what we want. All right, so let's go take a look at their brand once again. Making content, that's good. You get the glory from this. All right, so just see how much it quotes. See how much it verses. I can do all things through Christ. All right, so I'm looking at this one right here. I feel like I don't have to edit too much. We can delete pretty much all of this, and we can also delete this. But if we can somehow make the text behind it a whole lot larger, this just might work. Okay, we'll still keep that maybe, and then we'll move this on up. We'll delete this background. Not sure how that's gonna look printed. And now we somehow need this text right here to really stand out on its own. Maybe what I'm going to do is delete the bottom half so it's easier for me to move this one up and be able to see it. All right, so now I'm gonna bring this back up front. And what I'm gonna do is copy and paste this, drag this down, and then now type God right here. And let's see when they created their brand. So it does not say, but what I can also do is head on over to their website. I didn't even click on their website now, did I? All right, so now we're gonna click on their website as well. Ah, man, their website doesn't work. So it looks like they have their direct linked. Okay, maybe it doesn't work. Ah, man. Let me see when's the last time they posted. 3 days ago. Let's do this instead. So we're gonna copy this, their monogram logo, because I am a fan of that. Let's see if we can paste it on over here. Here we are. And then what we're going to do is click image vectorizer. So this is gonna take that raster image and upscale it and hopefully give us some clean cuts. No, it does not. The image was not clear enough. Let's see if we can find them on Google real quick. All right, so this one right here is still poor quality. Let's open image, still poor quality, but let's see what happens if we take it. All right, so now what's really cool is the fact that Kittle now has an eraser tool, so I can get rid of this before I vectorize it, because I don't want the part that says but God. I just want that little monogram. All right, now we're gonna vectorize it. How much time we got? We got 20 minutes. Nice. All right, so vectorize this. All right, so actually I need to go back a step. So what I need to do is remove the background, then vectorize it. Or I should have vectorize in 2 colors. I'm trying to think too fast. Okay, that didn't work either. All right, so what we'll just do, vectorize in 2 colors. All right, here we are. Now we'll take this and move it on down here. Now that kind of offsets the little star on the yellow side right here. Now let's take this design and bring it on over here. Have no idea what this is gonna look like at all. It says object pasted, where is it at? All right, so instead of copying the object, let's copy this whole artboard and then paste it, because as you can see, it was entirely too small. Now let's copy and paste this. Okay, now we are getting somewhere that's a little bit more interesting. I don't think we're gonna get the right effects of how we can actually see it on here on Kittle, so we're gonna have to download it. But regardless, I don't like how this looks on here. So those top 2 stars, that's why sometimes it's kind of nicer to design on the actual garment so we can see how it's going to look. And I'm not too sure if I'm a huge fan of that yellowish color, so let's go ahead and make some edits. Then we need it to be a little more gold. All right, let's try this out. All right, so that texture looks horrible. Oops. All right, so let's go ahead and back it up real quick. All right, so I'm going to release the texture and I'm gonna download it separately for Photoshop. So now I'm gonna download the PNG, 300 DPI, don't ever forget that. Not all 3 artboards, just this one. All right, so now I have the image. We're gonna copy and drag this over. We're also gonna copy I'm not too sure if I'm a fan of that one. We're gonna take it anyways. This time limit is stressing me out, man. All right, so now we have this on here, and then we're going to take some of this texture so that we can delete. Oh my God, it looks horrible. All right, so let's see what happens if we shrink it down a bit. Let's go ahead and control our levels. let's just go ahead and change this to multiply so we can see how it would look. All right, so let's go ahead and select that. Go ahead and select the blacks, delete some of our image off. That looks slightly better. And let's go ahead and play with the settings on this one so we can get a better visual. Yeah, that right there would look pretty good. So when it comes to printing, we would know to lighten up some of the shadows on the angel's wings. And then we also need to change that yellow. All right, so that's what we have right now. Let me go back. Let me see. We got 13 minutes left. So let's go ahead and create one that's just the distressed text as well, just like how this one looks. And we'll see how that kind of looks. I don't even know how we're going to create that effect. So what we will do, sit back over here. We downloaded way too many files. We only needed this one right here. So honestly, that doesn't look as bad at all, but I bet you we could probably even just use the initial monogram that this brand already had. So let's create one more. So now we have just the original monogram that they had. And man, honestly, you probably really didn't need to do too much with that. I bet you could just create the back piece. Let's imagine if we had a back mock-up. How much time do we have? We have 11 minutes. Let's see if we can do rhinestone. This one looked like they sell the mock-up pack. They do have, whose website is this? It's pretty dope, man. Look at that. They even have the distressed embroidery brush pack that I was going to use to create that effect, which now I kind of see how to create it as well. So if we have time, we'll try to incorporate that because apparently it's just a brush pack and we'll just brush it right behind. All right, so let me see. Don't have a back, so let's see if we can find a back. We don't have a back, but watch this. So what we're gonna do is copy this image. Let's go ahead and move downwards this time. So now, also what I'm doing, you guys, is not something you're supposed to be doing, ripping images off the internet. Just doing it for educational reasons, for the sake of the channel, you guys, and for the sake of time, since we don't have all the time in the world to create something. So now we also need kind of the distressed bottom. We'll kind of have to finesse that as well. So can do something like that for now. This is a poor quality mock-up. I'm sure we had a back hoodie somewhere, but we'll just go ahead and do it this way. All right, so let's go ahead and desaturate that as well. And then now we have that. Now we need the rhinestones, right? So what I'm gonna do is just go ahead and bring this over and lay it directly on top. Now it looks like the front for now, but let's go ahead and change this right here to lighten, and then we'll just erase some of this. So it's not gonna be perfect, you guys, but it would do and get us an idea of what we want. So now, check that out. And then I bet you the brand already has something that was pretty cool, and it looks like I've exited out of their brand. I'm losing most of my time by having to dig around. So it looks like they had t-shirts, quotes on the back already, versus, I bet you if you just use a different font, it would look a whole lot better. Right now, the font Impact is pretty popular for whatever reason. I don't make the trends, you guys. Y'all do. I just see what you guys are using. All right, so now put that in white. Let's open this up, capitalize everything, and then put in Impact. All right, cool. You already had everything going for you. I didn't even need to do anything but pick a different garment style. Now you take this to the next event, the Atlanta streetwear market that I just did. You sell this for $150 or whatever it may be, man, you are selling out. I can guarantee it. The monogram itself looks cool, but a lot of people can't really read what it is and what it stands for. But that's where you take a second to let people know what your brand's all about. And something like this will also do well, but I bet you it'll do well better on, so, cropped hockey jersey. So we're gonna do the cropped hockey jersey, or actually the cropped football one would do pretty good. So something like this one right here. Let's go ahead and open this one right here up. We're just gonna use this mock-up for the time being. Man, it's gonna be hard to finesse that one as well. So let's go ahead and do the same thing we've been doing. So it's cropped mock-up football jersey. I would recommend just purchasing from like the last one, whatever shop we was on, instead of doing what we did, and instead of copying. Once again, I'm just like copying for the sake of time. So let's go ahead and see if we can copy this one real quick, and we have a perfect place for it right here. Let's go ahead and head back over to Kindle real quick where we have green and pink. So let's go ahead and make these colors that green. How much time we got? We got about 4 minutes. Do the same thing again. You probably want to half-tone this design, like all this extra white and stuff, and the angel itself would probably have to be more of a half-tone, that way it can actually get printed properly. Obviously, it's not gonna work too well. Okay, cool. So we have this one right here, and And let's see, so if we could change this real quick, that's not gonna look too good. I was just gonna put their logo right there instead, the BG. Shout out to Voyage Studio as well for also providing the mock-up for this video. This video is unsponsored, but you guys got a free spot because you guys got a good product. All right, so how much time do we have? We got 2 minutes left. Let me know what you guys think of this one right here. Obviously, we didn't do entirely too much. We created one design. Once again, didn't necessarily create it. We had a template. I'm stressed for time, you guys. I am stressing for the time. It is crazy to have to do this within a certain amount of time. But at the end of the day, your garment selection can make an entire world of a difference. And especially something like this right now where it's really in. And man, if you're selling in person, you're definitely selling this for 100, 200 bucks each right here, this hoodie right here. So you already had a good design. You just got to put it on the right pieces and then get it in front of the right people. All right, so you know what really hurts a lot of people's feelings is when I click out of this and I click no. No, God! All right, so we finished that one up with 33 seconds left on the dot. All right, so on to brand number 3. We're gonna have an unlimited amount of time. If you could tell by now, I'm not entirely too creative. I just like to sell stuff. I like to get products done, and I like to get it in front of people's faces. So now we're gonna find a third brand. We're gonna go through the followers until a brand pops up. It's kind of difficult because I see a whole bunch of people on here. Next time, make sure you guys are following me, and I'll post it on a story, and then you guys can shout out your brand, and we can do it that way. All right, so gonna look for another brand. As soon as I see a logo pop up, I'll click on it, and then that's the one we're gonna work on. All right, so here's the third one that just popped up. Greatness Arise Apparel. I'm not gonna lie to you, man, you need a lot of work done. You posted 1 day ago, so you're also recent. Cool. All right, so let's click on yours. I'm not too sure if I'm in love with the domain. This isn't supposed to be a review video regardless. Well, let me see. You guys can't see the domain. It says gariseshop.com. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter too much, I suppose. I love that you got real photos. Actually, that's not a real photo. It looks like a mock-up. All right, so it does look like it's also a religious-based brand. Unapologetically saved. I can't speak, you guys. All right, so Greatness Arise. You got the lightning going on. It looks like you're kind of going for that silver regime brand type of design. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but I guess we can try to create something like that. Never tried to create it, so let's go ahead and pull something like that up. The brand designer for Silver and Dark Sport though, I follow him on Instagram. He is hella dope though. So a lot of these designs he created. So I believe his name is Joseph. Big shout outs to Joseph. So I think you're kind of going something like that. Maybe more of the dark sport kind of design. Let's see. I've never tried to create one of these designs. I think I have once or twice maybe. But let's see what we can do here. So their layouts are pretty damn iconic. So let's just go ahead and go with that. All right, so I'm not a true designer and I keep saying that, although I make design videos and I have my bachelor's in design. I'm just kind of downplaying myself. So let's go ahead and type in, let's go with lightning. See if there's any of these types of templates out here that we can start off with. So I remember seeing that in the beginning. It does have some streaks back there. Maybe we can open that up. If we could remove this person right here, this could probably do. Let's see what else we got. All right, this one right here might do. This background is pretty cool. What's the brand called again? Greatness Arise. So what do you think of greatness? A lion? I just feel like that's kind of typical. All right, so lots of eagles. ChatGPT is telling me eagles. Of course, we have the lion. I'm just trying to think different, right? But I guess we'd have to go with the lion. So we're gonna use a t-shirt too. That way this time we're kind of more design centric instead of basing it off of the garment that we're going to be printing it on. So we're on this one. I'm gonna delete him and delete him again. And this font, I'm not too huge of a fan. All right, so that's pretty interesting. So what I think needs to happen is we need to have multiple logos. So I'm gonna save this image actually. Let me just do this. So I'm gonna copy this image. I'm gonna bring it on over here. I'm also going to copy their original image just so we can have an idea of what they originally wanted. Oh, that's not the image. I think it's Silver Regime that has those brand designs, not Dark Sport. But for some reason, it's not popping up. Something like that is pretty interesting. All right, so check that out. We already have something with the lightnings in there. All right, so we need this font right here for sure. So right now, I'm just kind of gathering different assets from different templates. For the most part, obviously, you can create an entire design just off of one template. But what I like to do do is incorporate multiple templates. That way it almost seems like you created your own design from scratch. All right, so I really can't find a good line that I want to use, so we'll probably have to use AI. So let's come on over here. I like this font. Don't know what the name of that font is. Tabuti. All right, so right now I'm not gonna worry about colors too much. We're gonna just kind of play around and move text around, and then we'll edit the colors in a bit. So we want a lion that look like these hyenas right here. So how can we create that? I'm not too sure. What I'm gonna do is click on, so you guys can't even see, I'm gonna move this back over. There's this button right here, image generator, lion with a crown. So now we can see the image styles, and let's see what kind of style we should go with. I feel like we need something in color, but almost more clip art style. I'm not too sure. Let's go with this acrylic style and see what happens. Okay, so it gave it to me forward. I feel like that's okay. Actually, I don't know. So let's go with, I kind of like this synthwave style. Crown lion at an angle of a crown. Let's try that out. I wonder what this advanced button is. I feel like that's okay if we play around with the colors a bit. Oh, okay, so the advanced side, you could probably, we could upload the style of the hyenas and probably could have got that style. So I kind of like this one. Let me see if I know how to use this save style. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a few steps back. So I really like these hyenas. What I'm gonna do is click download. I'm gonna download these hyenas. 300 DPI. And now what I'm gonna do is upload a style. I'm hoping this works. Okay, so right here is a save style. It says dark art. Now we're gonna try and create this lion at an angle, roaring lion at an angle with a crown. We want it in this ratio because it's going to be for a t-shirt design, which is more vertical. And then click on dark art, click generate image. Okay, that's kind of interesting. I think what really set it off is because the other one has a kind of an outer glow to it. I don't know if I can do that in here. I would probably have to do that in Photoshop. I don't know if you can create, you could probably create a shadow. So look, this is what you would do. The problem with it replicating that dark art, it has multiple faces. So I think it's telling the AI to create multiple faces as well. Although I only wanted one face, but let me go ahead and try this out. So what I'm gonna do is click on image vectorizer, click on two colors, and then we'll remove this one. And now we only have this one. So in Photoshop, you would want an outer glow, but I'm guessing you can only do a shadow on here. And that's how you would create it. Cool. So we can still kind of create an outer glow here. You would just kind of have to lower the opacity, I suppose. Let's move him on over here. All right, so right now it's not perfect. I was trying to create something like this and then trying to go for something like this type of layout. Right now, what we need to do is create multiple logos for Greatness Arise. Right now, this is probably the worst looking thing we've done so far, but stick with me, stick with me. So we're gonna create multiple logos. I'm going to, I was gonna replace that with a cross and keep the lightning bolts, but I guess I can't. So now we'll create this one right here. Let's go ahead and do that same shadow ordeal. I have no idea what these little things are, but I'm just gonna keep it for the sake of this time. All right, so now I'm gonna take this one, bring it on over here. We have another asset. Don't worry, you guys, this is gonna come together, I promise. Copy this one, paste it on over here. And why does it look like that? Oh, here we are. All right, so we have a few different assets that look so bad. All right, so but now this is where the magic happens. We're gonna create one more artboard. We're gonna start off by putting our mock-up on here so we can lay everything out to how we would like this to look. So now I'm gonna drag this over here. And now I'm just pretty much dragging the elements that we have started with, and we are just pretty much going to put it in different locations, kind of similar to this template right here. Obviously, we're pretty much straight jacking. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. That's all we've done this entire series. So now we're just gonna pretty much put our placement down. Sometimes it helps to get all of our assets together and then see where you want to place it when it comes to an actual design or print design. So now I'm gonna come on over here, take this text right here, or actually if I can just drag it on over here. And now what we're going to do is pretty much scale it this way. Then we're gonna center it, bring that on over. I wish, okay, it does have it. So if you're your text is not in all caps, you can click on that button and it will turn it into all caps. Cool. All right, so now we pretty much have our design laid out, and it doesn't really look like we got our entire thing from this one entirely too much, but you can kind of tell. But if I remove this photo, you probably wouldn't have known as much. What really sets this design apart is because they have this front print like that. You could kind of do something, print the lion right here or something, but our colors are off now. So what we need to do is lock this t-shirt right here, and then what we need to do is select all of them, and then right here we can probably turn all of our whites into that cream color and see how that looks. Oh, that looks way better. You know, we could probably make this lion white on its own. Okay, that looks better. And then this lightning is kind of in the way, so I'm going to ungroup it, and then now I should be able to select, there we are, that one kind of like that. Maybe we can flip it so it's not interfering with the lion. There we are. And what about this one? Now I don't like it because both of them are facing the same way, which is kind of a problem to me. So we'll also want to flip this one and then kind of move it outwards. Let's go ahead and rotate it as well. I wonder if I can actually get Joseph from Dark Sport on the channel. He's a designer for Dark Sport. We follow each other, so I'm gonna reach out. You know what? That would be a dope video. And I'm gonna ask him in the next video if he feels like I stole this design. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and screenshot this. If I had to guess, this one right here probably took maybe like 30 minutes as well. I don't have the timer running. It's 4 o'clock now. I don't know what time it was, but regardless, let me know, you guys, what you guys think of this design right here compared to the original one right there. So it is a little off center when I look at it too much, but if this video helped you guys out, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe. I have a special Kittle coupon code only right here on this channel is where you'll be able to get it. You can click that link down below if you guys need help making sales on Etsy. Obviously, I've helped multiple students reach over 6 and 7 figures. Just got a new 6-figure student just yesterday. Shouts out to Mitchell. Got your plaque on the way. Go ahead and click the link down below if you want to join in on some coaching. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and comment if this video helped you out.